another episode of I've received my migrated ultra course content, now what? Today we're going to be talking about course links. So in this regard, we're dealing with, I have some content in my course and I want to have access to it in other places in my course. We could do this in original. We can also do it in ultra, but we just don't know exactly how. So we're going to walk you through how this process works, and we'll walk you through some exceptions. We'll also have an eye for the future and your ability for how course links are going to look a little further down the road. Hope you enjoy it. It's another bit of kind of bonus content, if you will, or hot content for frequently asked questions about this kind of a thing. So I hope you like it. So let's take a look at a course. Here we are inside of the course called Assessment in Higher Education. Inside this course, in our Start Here module, we actually have a document called Major Project. It's a document in the course that I can that I want my students to know about during the semester, that they're going to have a major project. And inside this document are some introductory texts, some instructions that they can get access to around how the project's going to go, and then some follow-up text, right? Now, that's kind of in the beginning. I just want them to see it now to have early access. But what about in the meat of my course? Where can I put it? Maybe it's right in front of my assignment in the course. So let's say, for instance, hypothetically speaking, that this isn't module 1, it's like module 7, and I want it to go, the major project to go right in front of the assignment I'm about to add to have them turn in, the first milestone, if you will, or it's the final project or whatever. How can I go about putting a course link in? Well, the good news for you here is that it's really easy to add a course link inside a learning module. Now, the one exception for learning modules is that you cannot have forced sequence enabled for course links to work. Forced sequence in learning modules forces the students to go through them in order. So if you add it in, it messes up with the sequence that you've already set to go through, right? So we can't do it. So just to check to make sure, you can click on your 3 dots and edit your module, and it will come up and give you the name and everything, and there'll be a checkbox for you. And of course, now it's going to do that number on me. We're going to try one more time. There we go. So that for sequence module can't be checked, and it's not, so that's good news. So now I want to open up this module and add a course link that goes back to that document for the major project that lives in my Start Here. How do I do that? Well, I go inside my module where I want it to live, and I click my plus. Exactly where I want it to live, right? So if it needs to come here or here or here, just place it wherever the plus lands when I move my mouse. So I'm going to click my plus. I'm going to go to Create. And then I'm going to choose the link. Now, when you first look at link, you're thinking, okay, Jacob, is that a web link? No, it's not. It's not just a web link. It's a web link and a course link. So when I click on it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Here is the dialog page for this particular, the dialog on this page for adding the link. You notice that you have 2 tabs at the top, web link and course link. Ta-da! So I could type in a web link here and make that part of the navigation of this particular module. But instead, I want to remind students about the instructions around the major project before they actually do the thing on the next item in my module, right? So I'm going to click on course link. Now, when you search for things in Ultra, keep in mind right now you can only search for Ultra documents, Ultra assessments, files, LTIs, and journals, right? It won't let you do discussions. It won't let you do journals just yet. Those are coming. But I just wanted you to be aware that those are the kinds of things that you can search for. Anyway, and we'll talk about more exceptions at the end. But now I want to actually look for that assignment or the instructions they added in my Start Here. How does that work? How do I do that? Well, pretty easily. I come up here. I can either type by keyword major, because I know it's called major, and then I'm going to hit search. And it will then look through my course. Oh, there's major project. Ta-da! I could have also deleted that, clicked on a document, and then hit search, and it will pull up all of my documents. So I can find the specific document I want to do, and I click my plus. Again, I can actually change for my course link. I can create maybe a separate link text. Instructions, read first, right? If I wanted to be really read first before proceeding for my students, right? Now, then I might type in the instructions, right? Make sure, and this is just a brief description that shows up in the order inside of my course, right? So make sure to read the instructions before starting the major project assignment on the next content item in the module, right? All right, so I've given some instructions, I've given them a name, I'm gonna hit save. It will now show up here in that course, right? So it shows up with a link on it. So it lets the students know and you know that it actually links to someplace else in your course. Now, I am going to turn on my student preview. Make sure, first of all, that everything's visible. So I'm going to go back up to start here where it says major project. It's visible. I'm now going to turn on my student preview. I'm going to start that. It will then load my course again in student preview mode, which again is a best practice for any instructor to check and see how things will load. Then they'll click on module 1, they'll scroll down, and lo and behold, it's right here. So they can either go through the content via the arrows to get there, right? Or they can actually go, because I'm not forcing sequence. Remember, you can't have force sequence on and use course links. I'm going to click right on major project. It will immediately, oh my gosh, fold it into the normal, not fold it, will take me back to, it will take me to that place and start here where it is, right? So you'll see here that in the navigation now it tells me how to navigate within course and pre-course check. That's just within the start here, but it does take them directly as a reminder to the assignment instructions. So they can then read the instructions, open up any associated documents in here that has it. They can close it, mind you, again, by clicking the top, it goes away and they can read the rest. And then boom, they've actually accessed the major project and start here by clicking a link in another module in the course. So that is the course link. Remember, to get access to that course link, I go inside where I want my link to live in a particular module, right, and add it. And I'm going to discard my changes as a student. So if I want to add it, let's say I'm going to pretend another module or a folder for that matter, I can just click my plus, click create, and then go to link and choose course link, and then search for it like we talked about a little earlier. So let's talk about some exceptions, right? Right now, you cannot create course links for discussions and web links. Can't do it. You can't create course links to folders or learning modules that live within a folder or a learning module. So that's just where that is right now. You can't move into another folder or learning module a course link to a folder or a learning module. So you can't move the course link. You're just going to delete it and recreate it. A warning message will appear if you try. You can't use course links in learning modules where you've got force sequential viewing enabled. We talked about this. This would allow users to access content they maybe shouldn't access yet. So that's kind of by design. And if a course link exists in a learning module, it's not possible to enable force sequence. But just know, that those are things that that are part of it, right? Something to know though is when you do copy the content, when course is copied into a new course links are updated to link within that new course. Now, there are some exceptions. You can't copy course links for like third-party publisher content, and there's some errors in copying between original and ultra courses, but thankfully at this point you'll just be doing with ultra courses. So that being said, this is how you can add course links straight into your ultra courses. I hope you liked it. Oh, one more thing. In the future, you'll be able to, and I'm going to show you my screen here just for a second. In the future, you'll be able to add course links inside content boxes too. What do I mean by that? That means I can click on Add Content and go to Link and have the option to do course links. Also, another place where that will live is announcements. The first update for it will actually be an announcement. So you'll be able to create an announcement in your course and then do a course link. Now, not yet, it's not there yet, but you will be able to add it. That's coming in the future kind of a thing, but I wanted to make sure you knew about that. So that's course links in a nutshell. As always, we'll provide a brief description here in the description of this video, as well as links to some how-tos for how to do the course link. We hope you've enjoyed our video, our quick video on the playlist for So I've Received My Converted Ultra Content. Now what? Have a great day.